Have you ever wondered, could ancient civilizations have discovered electricity long before modern science? Could a mysterious artifact buried for centuries in the deserts of Iraq hold the shocking truth? This is the story of the Baghdad Battery, a clay pot that might just rewrite everything we thought we knew about ancient technology. Let's begin. In 1938, while excavating near modern-day Baghdad in Iraq, an Austrian archaeologist named Wilhelm Koenig stumbled upon a strange object. It was a small clay jar about 5 inches tall. Inside there was a copper cylinder, and inside that, an iron rod. The components looked oddly deliberate. At first glance, it didn't seem like much, just pottery with metal. But as Koenig examined it further, he realized it resembled something astonishing. A battery. That's right, a battery, almost 2,000 years old. The jar itself dates back to the Parthian period, somewhere between 150 BCE to 250 CE. If Koenig's theory was correct, this artifact could generate a small electrical charge when filled with an acidic liquid, like vinegar or lemon juice. We typically credit the discovery of electricity to scientists like Benjamin Franklin, Alessandro Volta, and Michael Faraday. But the Baghdad Battery predates all of them by nearly 2 millennia. Could the ancient Parthians really have discovered the secrets of electricity? Koenig believes so, and well, he wasn't alone. In the years after the artifact was uncovered, several researchers attempted to recreate the device. In 1940, Willard Gray, an engineer at General Electric, built a replica. He added an acidic electrolyte, vinegar, and to the amazement of many, it produced a small voltage, about 0.5 to 1 volt. This result opened a floodgate of speculation. What would ancient people do with electricity? Some have actually suggested it may have been used for electroplating, a process where a thin layer of gold or silver is deposited onto another metal. In fact, in Iraq and Egypt, archaeologists have discovered finely gilded objects whose craftsmanship seems almost too precise for handwork alone. Could the Baghdad Battery have been used in this mysterious process? Others have proposed even stranger theories. Was this device used for medical treatments? Did ancient priests use the mild shocks to create miracles in religious ceremonies, causing reactions in sacred statues or creating the illusion of divine power? Or perhaps, this was simply a storage vessel, and the resemblance to a battery is purely coincidental. The mainstream academic community has largely dismissed the idea that this artifact was a battery. They argue that there is no concrete evidence that the Parthians understood electricity. There are no texts, no diagrams, and no references to electrical knowledge from that period. They suggest the artifact might have been a scroll holder, or even a simple container for sacred scrolls or papyrus. But if that were true, why include the copper cylinder and iron rod? Why such specific materials? Ones that, when combined with acid, do create electricity. Why build something so precise, only for it to serve as a random container? These are the questions that keep the Baghdad Battery shrouded in mystery. Even today, it sits in the National Museum of Iraq in Baghdad, silent, dusty, and controversial. Over the years, several have tried to test similar artifacts, and the results are mixed. Some manage to produce small currents, while others do not work at all. Skeptics point to the lack of any wires or connectors. After all, if this was a battery, what was it powering? Believers argue that much of ancient knowledge may have been lost, destroyed in wars, fires, and, well, time itself. Perhaps the Baghdad Battery is just one surviving piece of a larger puzzle, a forgotten technology erased by the sands of time. Adding to the intrigue is the fact that similar jar-like objects have been found in nearby regions, though without metal cores. Are these earlier prototypes? Were they repurposed vessels? We may never truly know. You know, some modern researchers believe that if the Baghdad Battery was truly used for electroplating, there should be more direct evidence, like workshops, writings, or, well, consistent results in artifact testing. But even without that proof, the idea is tantalizing. The thought that people 2,000 years ago might have discovered electricity, or at least accidentally stumbled upon it, is a humbling reminder that history is never as simple as it seems. We often underestimate the intelligence and ingenuity of ancient civilizations. We imagine them as primitive, lacking the tools and knowledge we take for granted. But then we discover things like the Baghdad Battery, and we're forced to wonder, what else have we missed? What other ancient secrets lie buried, waiting to be uncovered? The Baghdad Battery may never be fully explained. Whether it was a scientific tool, a religious device, or simply a misunderstood object, it sparks a conversation that crosses time itself. Did ancient people know electricity, or did they unknowingly create a tool whose true power they never fully grasped? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between, a mix of accident, ingenuity, and mystery. And until we have more answers, the Baghdad Battery will remain one of history's most electrifying enigmas. Thanks for watching. This is Old Topic, where forgotten pasts spark new questions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mysteries from the ancient world. Who knows what else is still hidden beneath the sands?